Have you ever wondered why simply standing near a blooming garden makes your heart beat slower and your worries seem to drift away like mist in the morning sun? Science calls this plant bioenergetics or frequency, but to those of us who have lived long enough to listen, we simply call it the blessing of the green world. Welcome. I am here today not just as a gardener, but as someone who has studied the profound link between our living spaces and our inner peace. Many people spend a fortune on modern security systems or expensive crystals to clear their homes, yet they overlook the most powerful spiritual guardians that have been rooted in human history for thousands of years. Today, I want to share with you 15 extraordinary plants that do far more than decorate a room. They shift the very chemistry of your home, turning four walls into a sacred sanctuary. Our journey begins at the most vital point of your property, the threshold. Your front door is the thin line between the hectic, often chaotic energy of the world and the private peace of your family. To guard this space, we first look to rue, often known in our traditions as the herb of grace. While many appreciate its beautiful blue-green foliage, few realize that rue acts as a sophisticated psychic filter. It possesses a sharp, bitter aroma that, on a spiritual level, is believed to absorb negative vibrations or heavy energies before they can ever cross into your sanctuary. By placing rue near your entrance, you are making a clear statement to the universe that only light and goodwill are welcome here. Next, we encounter the noble bay laurel. This is a plant of high frequency, a symbol of victory and solar energy since the era of ancient civilizations. In a typical American household, having a bay laurel near the door invites an atmosphere of merit and clarity. It is a tree that encourages wisdom and protects the mind from the fog of confusion. Finally, let us speak about the hawthorn. This tree is a fierce protector, known for its sharp thorns and delicate white blossoms. As we grow older, the hawthorn teaches us one of life's most valuable lessons, the necessity of healthy boundaries. The thorns represent our ability to say no to what drains us, while the flowers represent the grace we offer to those we love. When you plant a hawthorn, you are not just planting a tree, you are commissioning a silent sentry to watch over your boundaries with both strength and beauty. Every time you pass these guardians, remember that you are entering a space that is intentionally protected and deeply loved. Before we venture further into the heart of our botanical sanctuary, I want to take a moment to personally welcome you to our channel and thank you for being part of this community. If you find value in these insights and wish to cultivate more peace and wisdom in your daily life, please consider hitting the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. Your support allows us to continue sharing these sacred secrets of nature with seekers like yourself. Now, let us step inside from the threshold and explore the profound chemistry of calm that exists within our living spaces. As a specialist in environmental energy, I have seen how the atmosphere of a room can be transformed not just by color or light, but by the invisible compounds that plants breathe into our world. Modern science now confirms that many plants, particularly those from the mint family, release aromatic oils that interact directly with the emotional centers of our brain. The first ally in this journey of the heart is holy basil, traditionally known as tulsi. While it has long been revered in the East, it has earned a prestigious place in American homes as a powerful adaptogen for our environment. You see, stress isn't just a feeling. It is a chemical reality driven by a hormone called cortisol. When you grow tulsi in your home, you aren't just growing an herb. You are installing a biological air purifier that actively works to lower the cortisol levels in the room. It transmutes the frantic vibrations of our modern, high-tech lives into a steady, rhythmic peace that you can actually feel in your chest as you breathe. Following this, we encounter the scented geranium, a beloved staple of American porches for generations. To many, it is simply a fragrant plant, but I see it as a master of emotional softening. The rose-scented varieties are particularly potent. The scent of a rose has a unique frequency that helps open the heart and ease the grip of anxiety. It is the perfect companion to brush against after a long, stressful day, acting as a gentle bridge that allows us to release heavy emotions and return to a state of grace. Finally, let us discuss the legendary linden tree, often called the peace tree. In the old world, communities would gather under the linden to resolve conflicts. and it was sacred to the goddess Frigg, the guardian of marriage and domestic harmony. For those of us in our golden years, maintaining harmony in our long-term relationships is a vital part of our well-being. Keeping a small linden near your patio or in a large pot can radiate a motherly, patient presence that soothes family tensions. Its honey-scented flowers create an atmosphere where we feel encouraged to listen more and speak less. It helps transform a house of individuals into a home of united hearts, proving that true peace is not just the absence of noise, but the presence of love. Stay with me, because in the next part, we will uncover the warrior plants that help us reclaim our inner strength and intuition. Now that we have softened the heart of our home, we must look to the roots that anchor our personal power and clear the path for true abundance. As an expert in botanical energy, I often tell my clients that prosperity is not merely about what you accumulate, but what you have the strength to protect. This brings us to the ancient and venerable hyssop. Throughout history, this plant has been the ultimate biological and spiritual reset button. Beyond its beautiful spikes of blue flowers, hyssop carries a medicinal, minty aroma that signals the subconscious mind to let go of the past. If your home has recently weathered a period of illness, grief, or stagnant energy, hyssop acts as a cleanser that sweeps away the invisible echoes of yesterday. In my experience, once the air is cleared by hyssop, new opportunities and wealth find it much easier to flow through your doors. But to truly stand firm in our space, we require a guardian of a higher order, and that is where Angelica comes into our story. Often called the root of the Holy Ghost and named after Archangel Michael, this majestic, towering plant was a staple for early American settlers who understood the necessity of divine protection. Scientifically, Angelica's complex aromatic oils are deeply grounding to the human nervous system. When you are feeling spiritually vulnerable or overwhelmed by the world's noise, the presence of Angelica creates an energetic shield. For those of us navigating our later chapters in life, planting Angelica is a symbolic act of inviting a higher watchman over our property. It provides a profound sense of safety that no alarm system can ever replicate, reminding us that we are always supported by forces of light. However, a sanctuary is only as strong as the person who tends it, which is why we must honor the warrior plants mugwort and yarrow. These are the botanical allies that help us reclaim our edge. Mugwort is the plant of deep intuition. It thins the veil between our waking logic and our inner wisdom, helping us trust those gut feelings that have become so vital as we age. Yarrow, on the other hand, is the plant of the spiritual shield. Used for millennia to treat the wounds of physical warriors, it now helps us mend our emotional boundaries. It empowers us to find our inner courage and stand firm in our own truth, refusing to let the outside world dictate our peace. These plants don't just protect you. They remind you of the noble keeper you already are, endowed with a steady heart and a clear, unwavering mind. But don't go anywhere just yet, because next, we are going to reach the highest vibration of all, uncovering the temple plants that can actually shift your brainwaves into a state of divine flow. As we reach the highest frequencies of our domestic sanctuary, we move beyond simple protection into the realm of the extraordinary. This is where we introduce the temple plants, those rare botanical wonders that have the power to elevate a mundane room into a sacred space. Throughout my years of studying environmental energy, I have found no plant more capable of this than jasmine. Jasmine is the crown jewel of spiritual joy, but its power is not merely a matter of folklore. Modern science tells us that the heady, floral fragrance of jasmine has a unique chemical structure that can actually stimulate the production of brainwaves associated with deep relaxation and euphoria. In our homes, a blooming jasmine acts as a powerful anchor for divine feminine energy, nurturing, intuitive, and celebratory. It reminds us that our living space should not just be a place where we survive, but a place where we flourish in beauty. When you catch the scent of jasmine in the evening air, it encourages a profound shift from the hectic doing mode of your day to the peaceful being mode of your spirit, allowing you to access a higher state of consciousness before you rest your head. Following this path of serenity, we encounter the gardenia, a plant that represents the very essence of a pure sanctuary. If jasmine is a celebration, then gardenia is a silent prayer. Its pristine white petals and creamy, intoxicating scent have long been associated with spiritual purity and the presence of guardian angels. Interestingly, the fragrance of gardenia interacts with the same receptors in the brain as many calming therapies, but it does so in a completely natural and harmonious way. For those of us seeking a dedicated space for meditation or quiet reflection, the gardenia creates an energetic hush that allows us to listen more deeply to our inner voice. It is a plant that teaches us the virtue of patience. It can be delicate to grow, but the reward of its bloom is felt as a genuine spiritual blessing, a sign that peace has truly taken root in your heart. To complete this temple atmosphere, we must honor the ancient wisdom of frankincense and vervain. While many of us think of frankincense only as a resin burned in grand cathedrals, the living tree is a magnificent source of alpha wave energy. Being in the presence of a living frankincense plant helps the mind enter what psychologists call a flow state, making it the perfect companion for creative work or deep contemplation. We pair this beautifully with vervain, known since the time of ancient priests as the holy herb. Vervain is the ultimate energetic reset button, possessing a remarkable ability to clear away the stagnant feelings that often linger after a difficult life transition. Together, these plants ensure that every breath you take at home is an act of purification, turning your daily life into a continuous experience of the divine. But stay with me for just one more moment, because I am about to reveal a secret touch ritual that will change the way you interact with your plants forever, allowing you to hear the silent whispers of the green world. To truly elevate your sanctuary, we must move beyond simply owning plants and enter a state of communion. As an expert in this field, I believe our ancestors didn't just grow gardens, they formed lifelong partnerships with them. This is what I call the art of living communion. Scientific research suggests that plants are remarkably sensitive to human vibrations and the biomagnetic fields of our hearts. To deepen this bond, I invite you to practice a simple touch ritual each morning. Before the day's noise takes over, stand quietly before your most cherished plant. Place your hands near its leaves, not to pluck, but to feel the subtle coolness of its aura. Breathe in sync with its rhythm. Remember that as you exhale, the plant receives your breath, and as it releases oxygen, you receive life. This exchange is a sacred contract between you and the green world. Furthermore, view your time in the garden as a form of emotional transmutation. When the weight of old worries or the shadows of the past feel too heavy, go to your plants and work the soil with your bare hands. Visualize sending those stressful energies down through your fingers and into the earth. The earth is the ultimate healer. It never judges. It only composts our pain into new life. As you prune a dry leaf, tell yourself that you are also letting go of an old grievance or a limiting belief. By treating your plants as sentient companions rather than objects, you transform your home into a vibrant, supportive ecosystem. You will find that as you pour your love into them, they respond with more vigorous growth and a brighter radiance, fueled by the energy of your care. As we conclude our journey through these 15 spiritual wonders, remember that a true sanctuary is nurtured, not bought. From the protective thorns of the hawthorn to the joyful scent of jasmine, these botanical allies are here to help you create a life of grace. Every seed you plant is a seed of hope for your own spirit. It has been a privilege to share these secrets with you today. May your home be forever guarded, your heart forever healed, and your soul forever connected to the magnificent wisdom of the natural world. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us today. If these botanical secrets resonated with your heart, please give this video a like and share it with someone who might need a little extra peace in their home right now. We would love to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these 15 plants do you feel most drawn to? Or perhaps, which one reminds you of a cherished memory from your past? If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and join our community of wisdom seekers. Your support helps us continue to share the healing power of nature. Until next time, keep nurturing your sanctuary and stay blessed.